The overall picture of this game is starting to become more clear. Hello everyone, and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we are headed back to the world of Warhammer Odyssey. This free-to-play mobile MMORPG based upon the Warhammer Fantasy universe is dropping in less than 2 months. But really we don't know that much about it, even though it's coming out so soon. And today we learned a little more, because the community manager Definitus dropped an exclusive interview where we found out more information about this game we plan on playing soon. And that is what we're going to be discussing here today. As always, I will share my thoughts. Please feel free to share yours in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to support smaller channels. All right. Let's jump right into this. This interview comes to us from the website Free MMO Station, and I don't think a lot of people have seen this yet. And I'm going to link this interview in the description below if you want to go read the entire thing for yourself, because I'm going to skip all the initial questions. At the beginning of the interview, they're talking about what it's like working on a Warhammer product. And do you like Warhammer? It's introductions. It's how did you pick the lore out of this massive universe? So even though that stuff's kind of cool to hear, it's not ultimately important for the gameplay. So that is what we're going to focus on, is game details. So we're going to skip towards the end. Now on here they talk about auto pathing and auto combat. It's a question that's asked. And the answer is basically that there won't be any auto combat or auto questing in the game. With the development of mobile devices, it's not fun to watch the game play for you, so there won't be anything auto in this title. But that we knew already, just wanted to reiterate it for this video. First question, is there any sort of energy system in Warhammer Odyssey to artificially lock players from the game, and why did you choose that option? Now this question is asked all the time because a lot of times the game manufacturers for mobile games force you to go to their shop and purchase items in order to continue, or you're just forced to take breaks from the game, so you'll play what you can for that day and then you come back for the next day. There's no type of stamina system that forces you to top up in our store or wait it out in order to continue progressing in Warhammer Odyssey. We want players to play as much as they desire, and it will take significant investment of time to perfect your equipment. No energy system. That is now officially answered. Can you tell us more about the world and regions that we got to visit in Warhammer Odyssey? Is this an MMORPG open world or not? Every zone is open to explore and play with friends to discover their mysteries and treasure that lie within. In future content updates, we plan to expand deeper into the old world to bring familiar cultures, factions, and heroes to players. Yes, it is completely open world, and they plan on continuing and adding more to that. Good to know. Are there mounts in the game, or is exploration done on foot? It's a question that's been asked a million times. Warhammer Odyssey was not designed with mounts in mind, so at this time exploration will be taken on foot. However, there will be convenient fast travel waypoints scattered in every zone that you will have to discover and unlock. Now it is interesting that it says they're scattered and you have to discover them, which means when you enter a zone, it likely won't just be right there at the front of the zone. You will have to search around in order to find it. But if you're questing in that zone, I'm sure at some point you're going to come across it. Okay, no mounts of any kind in Warhammer Odyssey. And a lot of time game manufacturers will put in mounts because it's a way to make money. Microtransactions. Are you planning to include housing systems, or is there something that you're considering for a future update, if at all? Although I greatly enjoy player housing personally, it's not something we are planning currently. No housing in Warhammer Odyssey. That does suck a little bit. I was hoping they were going to do some kind of housing or castle system, since I'm going to have a regiment in this game, but it looks like no housing of any kind right now. What will be the more common way of leveling up in Warhammer Odyssey? Is it more story-based quest or grinding enemies? Great question. Is it better to just grind the enemies on the side or play the quest? For most, questing will be a great source of experience, while grinding is the key to obtaining new equipment for your character as you progress through the zones and the main story quest. Really doesn't answer the question, but obviously if you're leveling up your character, You're going to do that through quests, and then probably once you reach endgame or you're done with quests, then you're going to grind monsters for new equipment. Okay, I guess it kind of makes sense. It's really funny that they put this picture in this interview as well, because I made a video back in the day making fun of character creation, because I said, how can you possibly get that scar on your face? And I actually had a lot of people comment about how it's possible, but I don't believe it. I think it's ridiculous. Look at this scar you can put on your character's face. Perfect X through the eyes. The character creation reveal showed us gender lock classes, but you did state that this limitation is going to be removed. When can we expect this to happen? Is it at launch or later? I don't know why people care so much about this, but I mean, I guess it's a big deal. Answer: we planned from the start to allow players to choose both male and female for each class. When we previewed an early look into character creation for Warhammer Odyssey, players showed us how important this feature was to them. Not me. In response, we reprioritized and moved it up the development schedule to be available a lot sooner than originally expected. That's not a definitive answer. So it's saying that it's going to be coming, but it doesn't say it's going to be coming at launch. But at some point you will be able to pick a man or a woman in your character selection. This is an interesting question. Since Warhammer Odyssey is a mobile game, many players will want to play it on PC. Of course. Wish it was on PC. What is your stance on Android emulators? Are you fine with it, or do you plan on blocking their use? Answer: it's important to the team to make the game available as many devices as possible. Android emulators come with their own unique limitations. While we won't actively block the use of emulators, they are not officially supported device to play the game. Should a player encounter an issue playing Warhammer Odyssey on one, our support may not be able to assist with getting it resolved. So they will not block emulators. And normally they won't block it because it's really, really hard to block it, and then we'll just get around it. But ultimately, yes, you can get an emulator and play Warhammer Odyssey on your PC. We're almost at the end. When are you planning on releasing the beta test? While we have had successful closed betas tests for a few months now, our soft launch is in a way another kind of beta. Warhammer Odyssey will be limited to a few countries initially, and we will slowly expand availability with a full expected global release end of January 2021. And then it just tells them to join all their community. So what did we find out? We already kind of knew the game was coming end of January, so that's good. We found out that they won't be able to block you using emulators, so you can play this on your PC. We found out that they're working on character creation and that genders won't be locked, so you can pick male or female. We learned that there won't be any mounts, there won't be any housing. The main source of leveling at the beginning will be quest, and then grinding gear will just be grinding enemies, and that there won't be any stamina system of any kind. A lot of this stuff we did not know yet, so this really was a good interview because it kind of gives me more of a clear picture of what to expect when this game officially drops. Warhammer Odyssey coming soon. Now I want to be as clear as humanly possible. I am not a huge mobile gamer. I obviously prefer action RPG over MMORPG. That being said, I love the Warhammer universe, and I think this game is going to be a whole lot of fun to play with my active community, which is a great time to plug my Discord. If you have not joined the official Action RPG Discord, you should. We are closing in on 500 members, great conversations every day. The idea is to create a gaming community that could jump from game to game together, so you never start the server alone. Now, my Discord, the people on there, we already have 20 confirmed members to run a regiment for Warhammer Odyssey. And I know more people are going to join as the game gets closer to dropping. So if you are looking for a respectful gaming community that plans on playing this game and you don't want to start alone, join my Discord. Link is in the description. That's all I got for everybody today. Less than 2 months this title's coming, and you can believe I will be dropping more videos. That's it. Stay home, stay safe. Do not forget to join the official Action RPG Discord. Aaron.